Welcome to the Useless Incubus and the Ruthless Hero. This is a yaoi Kaneki novel where you play as a cute incubus who has to somehow seduce the hero for the glory of the Demon Lord.
Wait, me?
Yes, you! Will love blossom between these star-crossed lovers, or will they be left yearning for each other? Side 1? The sound of nature assaults my ears, reminding me of my folly for leaving the window open last night. Ugh, it's too early. Shut up! I shift and reach up blindly to the windowsill. Huh? Only to find empty air no matter how far I stretch. That can't be right. My bed is right next to the window. There's no way I need to reach that far to touch the sill. And wait a minute. There are no chirping birds in the demon realm. My eyes snap open as I sit up from the ground. Huh? Where am I? This isn't my room? This isn't the demon realm? A clear blue sky stretches to the horizon, with puffy clouds filling the space in between, a proper companion to the summer green trees and grass along the dirt road. It looks like a poplar path with dirt packed tight into the ground and faint sandy footprints here and there to show recent use. However, there isn't a soul to be seen on this bright and sunny road. This is the human realm. How did I get here? I rarely go hunting. Or rather, attempt to go hunting. I'm not a very successful incubus. Well, time to find a portal home. I don't have enough magical power to summon a portal, so I usually hitch a ride with others. Hopefully there's another member of the clan here so I can get home. Well, it's not like sitting here will get me home. Huh? The sound of rattling chains reaches my ear, and I feel a sudden tug on my wrist as I stand and take my first step away from the tree. Turning around, I see a giant nail hammered into the base of the tree, right through the ring of a metal chain leading back to... You guessed it, my wrist. A pair of magical handcuffs are locked on my arms. I recognize the symbols carved on them as binding magic used by my clan. Huh? Wait, why am I being cut by my own... Ah! I cough as the smoke clears and a letter drops into my hand. The typical late contract delivery spell as specialized by demons from my clan. I have a really bad feeling about this. Hello everyone. Let's start from the beginning. My name is Ink. I'm a minor demon from the clan of Incubi and Succubi who work for the Demon Lord. We're called a clan, but we function more like a work union, which we have no hopes of leaving. Without the clan's help in mediating with stronger demons, we would have been wiped out long ago. And as you might have guessed, I'm a particularly useless incubus who is on the verge of being kicked out of the clan. This is the worst fate for an incubus. It's basically a death sentence. How could they do this to me? I didn't cause any trouble. With a sigh, I pulled a letter out of the officially stamped envelope, already dreading the words written on it. Ink, you absolute useless imbecile of an incubus! A one-legged horse is more useful than you. All you do is eat and sleep and take all the excess energy from the rest of the clan while never providing any of your own. That type of insult really loses its charm the 500th time it's used. Don't you have any shame? You're a grown incubus of 150 years old. Even 50-year-old incubi contribute more to the clan than you do. The insults continue for the next 2 paragraphs. Finally, towards the end, the elders of the clan who wrote this letter instruct what they want out of me. This is your last chance to prove your worth keeping in the clan. seduce the newly appointed hero, and become a spy for the demons. You can report to us with the provider Incubus. Just like the letter, an Incubus, a special communication device developed by and for incubi, appears in a puff of smoke once I've read the last sentence. No way, no way, no way! Impossible! This is an impossible task! I understand the elders are angry, but I can't do this! They might as well just tie me to a stake and send me to the hero to be beheaded! This is too cruel. They know I'm far too weak to seduce anyone, and that hero is Ruthless! The clan of incubi and succubi are demons, but even we have rules and laws that we have to abide by. We gain power by consuming the reproductive fluids of humans through sex. However, it can only be done so with the consent of both parties. Otherwise, we don't actually gain any energy from it. As far as demon kind goes, I'd say we're one of the nicer ones. Due to the way human society is structured, succubi have an easier time seducing humans and thus become more powerful demons. The top-ranking members of the clan are mostly female. In fact, they usually bring back lots of excess energy to make sure the entire clan is fed well. And well, in my case, it's not as though it's impossible for incubi to seduce human women and obtain their energy, but I'm gay. The idea of having sex with a woman, even if it's for the sake of food and survival, I really can't do it. Of course, I can find gay men to pursue, but even in that limited pool, there's an even smaller number of humans who are willing and reciprocal to my advances in that conservative society. I tried. Really did. But the limited targets lead to less energy, which leads to less power, meaning I can't cast spells or glamours to make myself any more appealing. So I gave up and just ate the dregs of what the clan offers to bottom feeders like me. But now they want to kick me out due to my lack of contributions. I lean against a tree as despair fills my head. Every couple of years, a new hero is sent out to attempt to defeat the Demon Lord. Anyone can form a party and try, of course, but the ones selected by the rulers of the wealthiest kingdoms in the human realm are fully trained and incredibly powerful. They have the highest chance of actually defeating the Demon Lord. But not a single one of them has succeeded. No one can best his highness in a fight. But this newest hero... I let out a terrified sigh as I recall the stories I've heard about this horrifying person. The Demon Lord requested the clan's help, so they sent the #1 ranked succubus to seduce a new hero and learn any secret weaknesses he has. Succubus A, redacted for privacy, has a sexy and curvy body, and just one look at her will make men's hearts melt. Even as a demon, she's won the hearts of previous heroes before just by flirting with them. So, she must have thought the same would work on this hero. They said she pressed herself up against him, letting him feel her heartbeat against his back, whispering promises of joining his party and being loyal to him. As her demonic energy leaked out to capture him, only for him to ruthlessly pull out his sword and cut her chest open. He didn't care. The moment he confirmed that she was the enemy, he gave her a fatal injury. It was only because she's so strong that she had enough power to immediately summon a portal back to the demon realm to get first aid from the clan. I hear she's still recovering. She may not be able to hunt for another 10 years. Are we running low on communal energy because she's out of commission? And then there's the second succubus they sent to satisfy the Demon Lord's request. Succubus B, name also redacted for privacy, is also in the top 10 most powerful succubi in the clan. Her hot and cold personality previously brought dozens of heroes to their doom. Maybe they thought since straightforward didn't work, tsundere might fare better on the hero? From what I heard. It's not like I want to join you on your journey anyways. Okay, same here. Bye. Wait! Hold on a minute! Her hot and cold personality flared too hot, and she lost control of her demonic energy. The moment he realized she was a demon, he gave her a fatal wound too. It's the same story as Succubus A. She managed to return to the clan for first aid, but won't be able to go hunting for a long time. But those two are strong. Why would they pick me, who's weaker than a snail, as the next person to seduce him? I'm going to die. I don't have enough demonic power to open up a portal, much less hang on to life until first aid arrives. I'm too weak to even break these chains. All I can hope is that he'll take pity on me when he finds me. Am I supposed to be the damsel in distress? Is that what I am? There was nothing I could do but wait anxiously for the hero to arrive. I don't even know if the clan actually had intel he would be coming this way, given how no one has walked by yet. After what felt like hours of waiting, the silhouette of a person appears in the distance. Hey! Hello? Please! Can you help me? Wow! Wow! Okay, I know that this game is slightly animated, but like, these are some really nice touches. I'm loving this. Whoa. He's handsome. A well-groomed young man with a muscular build and broad shoulders stands before me. His short, dark hair is pulled tight into a ponytail, likely to relieve the heat of the summer. Bright blue eyes narrow at me, and my breath catches in my throat. Does he already realize I'm a demon? I can't say I'm not a bit thrilled at the idea of what he'd do if he did. There's no doubt that this is the newest hero selected by the humans. Even I recognize the emblem pinned on his cloak. It is a symbol of the guild who trains the specialized heroes for defeating the Demon Lord. Their uniforms have changed over the years, but it's still that same expensive-looking royal blue that most adventurers can't get their hands on. Please, Despite my originally bold thoughts, a tremor of panic returns to my voice, and my hands are shaking involuntarily before I knew it. In the end, I'm still a weak demon in the presence of an incredibly powerful hero. His eyes travel up and down me, making me self-conscious before stopping at the chains around my wrist. Are you in some sort of trouble? Yeah, I am. I was caught by demons that burned down my village. They said I'm pretty, so they'll bring me back as a slave. I've heard stories of other demon clans doing such things. Hopefully I don't slip up and say something contradictory. At this point, the words are all lies, but the teary, trembling act isn't fake at all. If he doesn't believe me, I'm done for. In the end, they just put me in these magical cups and left me here. Please, help me. I don't know when they'll be back. I see. So that's what those demons were up to nearby. He glances back at the path he came down, and I tilt my head in confusion. Did my story align with something else that happened? Then he suddenly turns back to me, the sparkle gone from his eyes, as he glares down at me with contracted pupils, sunken into the depths of the ocean. I see him reaching for a sword, and I squeeze my eyes shut to avoid seeing my own demise. The chains holding me captive are broken. Although the cuffs around my wrist are still there, I'm now a free man. The hero smiles down at me as he sheathes his sword. Don't worry about it. Took care of those demons a few hours ago. You'll be safe from now on. I don't know what to say. He takes my silence as an end to our conversation and starts his way down the road. Wait! Huh? Thank you for helping me. Let me do something for you in return. I can, carry your luggage, wash clothes. I could cook. Whatever it is that I can do to help you on your journey, I'll do it. So, please, let me come with you. Oh no, am I being too forward? Is he suspicious now? Is it strange that I want to follow him? However, instead of smiting me where I stand, he only gives me a light smile. And once again, I feel my breath caught in my throat. Of course, I'd love for you to join me. And so starts my precarious journey with the hero. Side A. I took a different route to the next city on my journey on a whim and encountered a pack of conniving demons for my troubles. However, after making quick work of them, I find one of their unbelievably cute victims. And he isn't terrified of me. I plan to leave before he can reject me, but he actually wants to travel with me? Looks like it was worth taking the long way to the city after all. Since we'll be traveling together, can you tell me your name? Of course! I'm Ink. Ink. What a cute name for such a cute guy. And can I know the name of my hero? Whoa, I'm his hero? Wait, no, calm down, Heart. Don't scare him away before you've introduced yourself. My name's Alistair. You can call me Ollie. I'm a hero chosen by the Royal Adventurers Guild to defeat the Demon Lord. His face pales at the mention of the Demon Lord. I have to reassure him. Don't worry. I've been training all my life. Even the Demon Lord will have a hard time taking me down. You'll be safe with me. Don't worry. Thankfully, he relaxes, and a light smile returns to his face. Anxiety still paints his features, however. All right. Thank you. I'm happy to be traveling with you, Ollie. Of course. Happy to make your acquaintance too, Ink. Settle down, Heart. Can't be hasty. I need to be a gentleman to win him over. Hi everyone. Let me properly introduce myself. As I said, my name is Alistair. I'm a hero from the Royal Adventurers Guild. To be chosen at a young age to join the Royal Guild and train up to defeat the #1 scourge against humanity is one of the greatest honors that can be bestowed upon members of our society. Just by setting foot out of the training grounds and into the capital city and any lands beyond, I'm beloved by everyone and given anything I want. Or, that's how it should have been. See, this society's a bit, well, very conservative, which makes it difficult to come out as, to come out of the closet. It's not as though I accepted the invitation to the Royal Guild with any ulterior motives. Every boy dreamt of becoming the hero that defeats the Demon Lord, and I was no exception. As we grew older, however, it became clear that being chosen as a hero had additional advantages, like automatically gaining the interest of every maiden in town. Ollie, are you busy today? Never said you could call me that. I am. But maybe you could make some time? Nope. Sir Alistair, the truth is, I'm in love with you. Ever since you saved me from that monster at the edge of town. Wasn't that a regular fox? I don't care that the mayor's son proposed to me. I want to be with you. Take me on your journey. No way. Every single town or city I arrive at, some woman confesses to me without fail. I'm sure it was like this for all heroes from the Royal Guild, but I was not prepared for the sheer amount. Thankfully, most of them took the rejection with grace. I think they thought I was too focused on the mission for romance, so they'll get a chance later. I'm not sure what gave them that idea. However, All it takes is for one or two of them to feel jilted and vengeful for things to go wrong. A few women I rejected start spreading lies that I was an aggressive guy who would attack them if I was angry. It didn't help that stories of how easily and quickly I defeated succubi began circulating. Why couldn't they talk about the times I shut down giant ice demons? That was way cooler. Somehow, the rumors transformed into me attacking women. I swear, I've never hurt a single human woman. Why would I show mercy to demons? They wouldn't make this complaint if I killed male demons the same way. What's with the double standards? Either way, this led to more trouble. The title of hero from the Royal Adventurers Guild comes with a lot of benefits, but it also has its downsides as well. There's no shortage of people jealous of those who were selected and chosen. Of course, they usually kept to themselves and wouldn't outright attack or slander a member of the Royal Guild, but with the mounting rumors about me, there is a growing crowd of men who have a new reason to hate me, which is accepted by the rest of society. You're Alistair of the Royal Adventurers Guild, aren't you? So I am. I have a bad feeling about this encounter. Even my outfit wasn't so easily recognizable. My pride wouldn't let me lie. Is it true that you hit women? I thought everyone from the Royal Guild were virtuous beacons of justice. Yet, you'd attack the weak? There are so many things wrong with what he just said. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, why do you think all women are weak? Just because they're women? Second, justice is not a concept to be... This is payment for all the women you've wronged! Wait a minute! It's too late to respond and reason with him. He pulls out his weapon and I instinctively drew mine. Needless to say, I easily won the altercation, and the one after that. After the third such occurrence, the rumors about me got worse. Not only am I known as a misogynistic asshole, everyone thinks I have a short temper and one wrong look will have me attacking regular civilians. As a result, the moment anyone recognizes me, they run for the hills. It was easier to ignore it when only the women I wasn't interested in behaved like this, but now, even cute and handsome men avoid me too. Is this a so-called price to pay for heroes chosen by the Royal Adventurers Guild? If I had known, maybe I would have reconsidered joining. But just as I thought, I might die alone on my journey, God has smiled upon me. Instead of running away... I'm sorry, this is just so... Oh my god! I love this trope! I love it when, oh god, when the protagonist just looks at another character and it's just all pink. It's so cute! The only time I ever see this is in shoujo manga, god! Instead of running away when I introduced myself, Ink offered to join me on my journey. Not only is he cute and just my type, he either doesn't care about the rumors or he's never heard of them. I might have a chance of romance just yet. It's not over for me. Sorry. I was thinking about my next meal. Your next meal? Why does he look scared? I'm not going to eat him. Yeah, I heard the city I'm heading to is famous for their floral-based cuisine. I'm excited thinking about it. I see. I've never had anything like that before. Sounds delicious. My heart skips a beat. Man, I want to hug and kiss him right now. But I can't. Or else, there may be a new rumor about me. He'll be patient and slowly win his heart. Oh, this is gonna have miscommunication in it, isn't it? Oh my god. Ooh, okay. Ali and I have been traveling together for the past 3 days. I wish I could say things are progressing smoothly, but that isn't the case at all. My job is to spy on him, so the fact that he allows me to travel with him is a good sign. But that's all. That's all he's allowed me to do. I said I'd do anything he asked as thanks for saving me, but he's refused any help I give him. From carrying his luggage to washing clothes, he doesn't allow me to do anything. At this rate, I'll never be able to win his trust and grow closer to him. Will they give up on me if I have nothing to report back to the clan? Without meaning to, I let a loud sigh escape my lips. Ink? Is something wrong? No, not at all. Sorry, I didn't mean to let my exasperation show through. If you're tired, we can stop and rest. He's so attentive and kind. I feel bad in tricking him. If you want, I could carry you. No, I don't need that. I'm perfectly fine walking on my own. Maybe he's a little too considerate. If I had to stare at his face up close while he carried me, my heart might just jump out of my chest. What if my wings and horns pop out? But otherwise, if it weren't for the fact that I'm a demon and he's the hero whose job is to kill demons, being gently carried like precious treasure through a journey by a dashing adventurer, that's a dream come true. But alas, the current situation prevents that. I accidentally let out another forlorn sigh. Ink? I knew it. Something is wrong. Let's stop for the day. No, I'm in no hurry to get to the next city. Your health is far more important. Really do consider it! But take it easy. I'll set up the tent. No! I mean, well, every day it's been the same. You always tell me to take it easy while you do all the work. Well, do you not trust me to put up a tent? No, that's not it. I just... He looks me up and down and opens his mouth, but doesn't say anything. I get it. I look too weak to be of any help. He's probably right. But let me help with something else. I don't want you carrying anything. I mean, I understand. For the same reason as not wanting me to help set up the tent. You don't have to look so worried about my feelings. Then let me wash your clothes. Absolutely not. I have the strength to wash clothes. That's not it. Just anything else other than washing my clothes. Then at least let me cook for you. You can't say I'm too weak to cook. It's not that I think you're... Come on, I promise. I know how to cook. Alright then. We separate to do our individual tasks. Ali sets up our tent fairly quickly, as he does every night before going hunting. He carries a variety of dried ingredients, but anything fresh that a human body needs, he hunts and forages for while traveling. I'll need to make something that complements whatever meat he manages to find. Truth be told, even though I was so bold earlier, I'm not a particularly experienced cook. Demons don't gain much nutrition from human food, if any at all. So most don't bother to learn any culinary skills. Even for a weak incubus like me, cooking human food is a last resort. I only do it if the clan is low on communal energy that week. I look at the assortment of food in front of me and begin brainstorming what I can make. Bread, dried mushrooms, root vegetables, cheese, a few berries we foraged yesterday. I also found spices, condiments, and oil in another bag. There really isn't much. In fact, there's barely any cheese left. There sure are a lot of mushrooms, though. Does Ali not like mushrooms? No, he wouldn't buy them for the journey if he didn't. Well, I can make sandwiches and stew. So until Ali returned, I spent my time starting a fire and chopping the vegetables. He had a full set of traveling cooking utensils, though most of it looked unused. By the time Ali came back with a couple hairs in his hand, everything else was prepared. Ali! Good timing!
Forgot to start a fire for you. I'm glad you managed to do it on your own.
I watched you do it 3 nights in a row. I have a good idea of how. I don't mention how many times it took and how that was the most time-consuming task for me. Ali places the hairs in front of me and I pick up the knife.
Wait, I need to skin it.
I can skin a hair!
Okay.
He sits back and watches me. Probably no different from undressing a human.
Did you say something?
Nothing. Leave it to me. I end up preparing the hair meat 2 ways. I rub a variety of spices on the front leg meat and sear it on a pan lightly with oil. This is the meat I plan to use for the sandwiches, which I've already prepared by toasting the bread and crushing a few handfuls of berries to use as jam. The remainder of the cheese is used to line the bread before topping it with the rabbit meat in the middle. The rest of the rabbit meat is cut into chunks for stew. It'd be nice if I had tomatoes, but Ali either ate them long ago or he didn't want to buy them for the journey in case of spoilage. Brown the seasoned meat in a bit of oil, then add it to the boiling water. Afterwards, we have the mushrooms, potatoes, and carrots. Join the hot bath and ta-da! A very basic stew. Sorry I talked such a big game, but in the end, this is the best I can do. I trail off as I notice Ali's expression beside me. His cheeks are lightly flushed and his eyes are practically sparkling.
Ink. This smells good. Can't wait to taste it.
What? Really? I mean, it's just sandwiches and stew. Sure, I can blame it on a lack of ingredients, but the truth is, I'm not capable of anything fancier.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I'm usually so tired by the end of the day. I just cook everything in the fastest way possible until I feel in my belly. I wouldn't have time to soak the mushrooms or season any of the meat. I just have bland, boring meals on my own.
Don't compliment me before trying on food. I mean, what if it only looks good? I tried to remain modest against his praise, but I can't stop the bubbly happiness welling up from my stomach. Even if he's just being polite, it's nice to be told I did something right for once. I hand him one of the sandwiches just to keep him from flattering me. Ali takes his first bite, and I nervously watch his expression to find his true thoughts about my cooking. I didn't think it was possible for his eyes to sparkle any more than they already are, but he proves me wrong as his entire face lights up with a goofy grin while he takes another bite.
Oh my god, I can't level into detail of him chewing, Jesus.
The sandwich is gone before I take a bite of my own, and his eyes are glittering as he turns towards the stew. How was it?
It's delicious. Couldn't stop eating after the first bite. Maybe I'm just really hungry, but it was good. It's like I can taste all the love you put in it.
Love? He swirls the ladle once into the pot before pouring a bowl of stew for himself.
I mean, you put in way more effort than I usually do. I'm really happy to be able to travel with you.
The excitement is still evident in his voice, but the words are surprisingly soft. Me too. I'm glad we met. As I say these words, I'm surprised by how true they were. For the next few days, I continue to cook our meals whenever we take breaks, while Ali does anything that requires heavy lifting. I don't think that I'm that weak, though, but we'll slowly work up to him trusting me to do more. For now, I'm happy cooking our meals and eating together, especially with how much he likes the food I make. Although, I think we're troubled by the same thing.
We're running low on food.
I'm sorry.
What? No, don't apologize. It's not your fault. We're both human, so we need to eat.
No, if I don't eat an extra share of rations each meal, I'd still be fine. But it'll appear strange if I don't eat at all. Ali wasn't expecting to travel with an additional party member, so we burned through his stock of food much faster than he planned. We can just eat meat for a few days.
No, you need to eat 3 balanced meals each day. If I can't provide that much, how can I call myself your love?
He suddenly stops short and looks away to cough lightly into his fist.
How did I call that? Anyway, I have an idea. If we cut through this mountain, we'll be able to save a whole day's work for traveling.
I look into the distance where he's pointing. At the horizon, the path disappears around a near 90-degree slope. A tiny trail splits off from the main path up around the mountain, just barely turning it into a walkable footpath compared to the cliff wall. Is that safe? It looks like one wrong step and you can fall right to the bottom.
Don't worry. I'll keep you safe.
I can't help but smile at his enthusiasm. Well, worst case scenario, I can still fly if I fall, so my life isn't in any immediate danger. A tiny voice in the back of my head warns me that this is still a very bad idea, and he'll find out about my identity if that happens. But as long as he keeps his promise about keeping me safe, that won't matter. I take it back! This is much worse than I thought it would be! I press my back against the cliff wall as we walk up the tiny trail up the mountain. This can't be called a path at all! There's barely a foot of space for a person to walk through! And even if there is space, I can see all the way down to the bottom of the mountain! I can't help but clutch against the wall and sidestep my way through it instead of walking like a normal person. Somehow it doesn't bother Ali at all, even with all the luggage he's carrying. He doesn't look remotely perturbed by how narrow the path is and walks naturally through.
Ink? You sure don't want me to carry you?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I fail to calm my voice, my sentence coming out a little more high-pitched than usual. I want to have my feet on the ground for peace of mind.
I see. Feel free to let me know if you reconsider. Don't worry. Once we get to the top, should be a more gentle slope down.
All right. Great! I look up and see a wall stretching several hundred feet above me. At least we're closer to the summit than the bottom. Oh, come on, Ink. You can do this! I take a deep breath and start inching my way up again. Ali is already several feet ahead. I don't want to fall behind. Just one step at a time. The rock under my foot suddenly rattles, popping out of the earth like a spring. Huh? 2 beady eyes look up at me in fear as I'm knocked off balance. A rock toad! Those little critters love hiding in the earth to cool down, but they hate being stepped on. They're normally no danger on flat ground, but on a near 90-degree incline... Ink! I reach out to grab the rock wall before I fall off the path. I missed! My hands claw at air as my feet leave the ground. The worst actually had to come. The wind rushes past my ears as my body becomes weightless in the crisp mountain air. The feeling of falling is an old one, since I was taught how to fly by being dropped from the highest point in the demon realm, but it's what I'll never forget. I guess this is it. I'll have to fly. I squeeze my eyes shut as I prepare to summon my wings from my back, not wanting to see how quickly Ali will finish me the moment he realizes I'm a demon. Ink! Steady hand wraps around my waist, cradling me gently, but confidently as the sound of a sword cutting through rock rips through the air. Ali catches me and holds me securely against him as we come to a stop against the cliff wall, using his sword to keep us from falling. Ali!
It's okay. Got you.
He gives me a confident smile, despite the situation, and my heart does an unexpected flip-flop. He doesn't have a clue I can fly, but he jumped down to catch me without a second's hesitation. That's really cool. He pulls me closer against him, and despite knowing that I'm not in any real danger, I find myself falling into the moment. Ollie, I'm scared. I wrap my arms around his neck, feeling the comfort of his body against mine.
Don't worry. You're safe with me.
I nod with a tone of agreement as he rubs his hand reassuringly across my back.
Keep your eyes closed if you're scared.
I will. We stay like this for a few minutes. I can feel his heart beating against my chest as he continues to hold me tightly. Just as I was getting used to listening to the sound of his breathing, he shifts, and my arms instinctively stiffen around his shoulders.
Sorry, Ink, but I have to use both of my hands to climb up. I'll need you to hold on to me for a few seconds.
Few seconds? Sounds a little odd, but I simply nod against him.
Just keep your eyes closed. It'll be over before you know it.
My fingers dig into his cape, and I couldn't help letting my legs grip around his hips. If it wasn't for the precarious situation, we would have looked like a pair of lovers in an intimate embrace. The moment his hands leave my back, I find myself yearning for the contact again, but the rational part of me remembers Ali's words. I have to keep holding him tightly. I can't squirm and make this worse. There's a sudden feeling of lightlessness, and my eyes snap open in surprise. The view of the valley flashes below us before I can only see the bright blue sky. Then, the heavy sound of boots landing on rock. Did you just jump back onto the path? We fell a few dozen feet off the side of the cliff!
Yeah?
He gives me an innocent look, as if I simply stated the obvious. I suppose I did, but... Is this guy superhuman?
I could have dropped down until we hit the path again, but didn't want to waste all the time we already spent climbing.
I see. He's insane.
Ink, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I'll let go.
No, actually.
His face flushes an adorable shade of red as he averts his eyes.
Could you hold on to me like this? I think we'll make it to the top faster if I carry you.
Huh?
I don't mean you're a burden in any way. I just think it's safer. Yeah. It's a matter of safety.
I try not to take offense to his words. After all, I can fly. If I can use my full abilities, I won't be a burden at all. He's just trying to be kind. Understood. Oh my god, I love this. I absolutely love the CG. Oh my god. I sigh as I continue to hold onto his neck while he sheaths his sword so he can carry me bridal style with both arms. He's still averting his eyes and putting his full concentration on clearing this path. Well, even if everything is a circumstantial misunderstanding, at least I can enjoy this moment.
Pretty sure it's... I mean, I would love to see what his point of view is like. It's past noon by the time we reach the top of the mountain. It takes until evening to make it down the other side. I can't believe how lucky I am. Maybe it wasn't very chivalrous of me to take advantage of the situation, but got to hold Ink in my arms. And I think I was pretty impressive with how quickly I reacted and saved him. Didn't push me away and didn't look disgusted. I wonder if it's safe to assume he might like me enough to give me a chance. I hope. Man! We walked for another 30 minutes before arriving in Floroma, right outside a major city I planned as my next stop. Originally, I was going to skip this town and camp while I was making my way around the mountain. Thanks to the shortcut, I arrived here half a day earlier than I planned, but right in the evening. Traveling at night is no problem for me, but I don't want to overwork Ink. He already had quite a scare earlier today from nearly falling off the mountain.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I was so lost in my thoughts, I didn't pay attention to the scenery. Floroma Town is known as the town of romance because of all the beautiful wildflowers that grow around it all year long.
Really? That's amazing.
A lot of couples come here for vacations and honeymoons.
Oh?
We avert our eyes as we both realize the implications of that. Even though we're not in any romantic relationships, we're two people visiting this town. Wait, if Ink is embarrassed about this idea, does that mean he sees the prospect of us being in a romantic relationship too? I glance back at him, but he's still looking away, seemingly suddenly interested in a pot of flowers nearby. However, I can see how red his ears are. Could I truly have a chance? My stomach lets out a sudden growl, drawing Ink's attention back to me. Well, first things first. Perhaps we can get dinner first?
Yeah, of course.
Hungry as I am, carrying all this luggage into a restaurant seems like a poor idea, so we check in at an inn first. Hello, I'd like to get
romantic room for two.
The receptionist fills in the words for me, and we both jump in surprise. No, what?
No? I don't judge, Really supportive of gay couples. It's okay. I won't tell the manager.
Thanks, but we're not a couple.
You're not? Sorry, I got carried away. Everyone who comes here is usually a couple.
Don't give me a heart attack. Make sure you show that enthusiasm to a real couple.
Real couple? Of course! Anyway, are you looking to book 2 rooms then?
I consider my funds. No, I can only afford 1. Do you happen to have any non-romantic rooms for 2?
We have one available, but it'll cost a little more because we need someone to separate the beds.
That's fine. As long as it's cheaper than 2 separate rooms.
It is. Please wait here while I have someone take care of that.
The receptionist disappears into a room to the side while we wait in the lobby. Sorry about that.
Huh?
It's a misunderstanding. That we're a couple? I can feel my heart deflating at my own words. It must be uncomfortable being assumed to be dating a man like me.
No, that's not... Well...
It's okay. You don't have to be polite. I completely understand. Ink remains quiet and stares at the ground while I'm hoping he'd say something in response. Can't be angry that he chooses not to. This is just how the world is. Can only hope that Ink accepts my apology and won't choose to leave my party. Thankfully, was saved from an awkward silence by the receptionist coming to tell us that our room is ready. After putting our things away, the mood lifts slightly as we leave the inn to explore town for a place to eat. This place looks good. Is seafood alright with you, Ink?
Yeah, I'll eat any food I see.
Was that a pun? Hello! Welcome! Table for 2? Right this way. I nod and thank our waiter as he leads us to a table towards the back of the restaurant. It's like a hidden alcove back here. I'll be back with the couples menu.
Couples menu?
Yes, just like the rest of town, we have special discounts for anyone who eats as a couple. You're out of view, so no one will say anything. Wait, what are we? A precious treasure that needs to be protected?
We're not a couple, though.
Yeah, we're not.
We're just party members traveling together.
Even though it's the truth, you didn't have to be so confident about it. My mistake. I'll be back with the normal menus then. The waiter leaves and returns with the menus quickly, not saying anything more to us, but just giving us bashful smiles. Must feel bad for his misassumption.
I'm sorry. Just because I'm traveling with you, everyone's misinterpreting the situation.
No, it's not a problem. In a sense, they aren't wrong. I do wish I could enjoy a night in this town with Ink as a lover. I thought maybe I could take my time and slowly win his heart, but I don't even know if he's interested in men. And with his cute looks, if I bring it out of the blue, he'd probably be incredibly offended. What if he leaves my party because of it?
Ollie.
Hello. Can I take your order? Yes, I'll have the lobster set menu with a side of calamari and 2 servings of roast cod. Sure. And you?
Everything is sea-related.
Well, we are a seafood restaurant.
Does that just mean you eat what you see? I'll have the smoked salmon appetizer.
That's all? Will you be full, Ink?
Yeah, I'm not that hungry.
The waiter leaves with our order, and we make light conversation as we wait for our food. Maybe I'm being overly self-conscious, but I think we're dancing around any topic that relates to dating and love. Yeah, I'm definitely just self-conscious. After dinner, the sun has completely set, but the town is still alive with tourists. The streets are well lit, and the bouquets of flowers around town take on a different glow under the artificial lights. It gave off the soft vibe of a fairy tale summer romance. This town truly lived up to its title.
It was delicious! I didn't know food could taste that good.
It is pretty good, but I think I like your cooking more.
Nah, you flatter me. It's alright. You don't have to say that. I know I can't compare with a professional chef.
No, I mean it. Never had such delicious meals as the ones you made during our camps. Besides, if you have any ingredient they asked for at a restaurant, you made do with what I gave you. That makes you a better cook.
Oh, come on, Allie. That's too much. You don't have to try too hard.
You think I'm forcing myself to say this? That's not the case at all. This is what I really think.
Are you just making fun of me at this point? What? No, of course not.
Wait, how did the situation take a negative turn? Wait, what should I say to save this? It's not like I can do a 180 and deny what I just said. Besides, I'd be lying.
My. Are you youngins having a lover's quarrel?
What the hell? A middle-aged woman appears with a basket full of flowers from behind us. I'm so surprised that I pull out my sword. Come on, my dude! I return it to its sheath with an apologetic smile to the woman.
That's not good. You have to treat your partners right. Here, why don't you buy some flowers and make up with each other?
She holds out a basket of a dozen delicately bundled flowers to me. There are a variety of colorful bouquets, each one a unique color and species. It's really tempting to buy one. Well,
We're not a couple!
Ink says this with surprising finality in his voice. Yeah, it's as he says. Thank you, but we're not in a relationship.
Oh my, apologies. You two seemed so close. Well, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time.
I can't deny that it makes me happy to hear that, but having this said in front of Ink is, what if he thinks differently? I cast a nervous glance at Ink, but his expression is blank. He doesn't appear embarrassed or bothered by the woman's words.
Oh, come on. Buy a bouquet and make his night. It's fine, Allie. I don't want it. Let's head back.
All right. He walks ahead while I apologize to the woman.
Don't be so disheartened. I'm sure he likes you. You should tell him your feelings.
Huh?
What have you got to lose?
Well, a party member for one. However, before I can reply to her, she turns and starts down the street, waving down the next couple to try and sell flowers to. Ink and I walked back to the inn, mostly in silence. The woman's words weigh heavily on my mind. What do I have to lose? What's the worst that could happen? If he says no and hates me, how's that any different from my life a week ago? It's not as though I can't survive on my own. It's more painful to find hidden meaning in his words and wonder what he's thinking all the time. Why waste any time guessing and wondering? If he doesn't like me, then it's better to know now. And if he does like me, I'll have no regrets about asking him out sooner rather than later. Ink, is it alright to stay an extra night here?
Huh? Of course.
If it's alright with you, can we have dinner again tomorrow night? There's something important I want to talk with you about.
Sure. I have something I want to tell you too.
Oh my god! Oh, I love that! It was so freaking sweet! Man, I can't wait for the rest of this to come out.
Anyway, that was the useless Incubus and the Ruthless hero. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And we will be back once the rest of this game has been released. And like, genuinely, I love this. Everything from the animations to the direction. I don't typically cover kinetic novels. However, like, seeing that this was a collaboration by both Saitoki and Pumpkin Spike, I had to play it because I know that they never disappoint. This was such a fun story to read, and I genuinely can't wait. I wonder how much more drama they're going to actually like introduce in like the full release, and like how their romance is going to bloom, and just how cute it's going to be. I'm so excited. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.